Welcome to Sovereign Commercial Services. It is September 28th, and we are podcasting again today at the 215 location in Scranton, PA. And we have another new guest with us with Ivan Mofidi again.
Hello, I'm back.
Trainer and recruiter for Sovereign.
Yes.
Yes, you are back. Nice to see you. You're spotting your blue today.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And joining us today is we're taking it up another notch.
Yes, we are.
We have Justin with us today. He is our Vice President of Operations with Sovereign Commercial Services. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Looking forward to it.
Not really like you had a choice, though, right?
After listening to the previous podcast, they set the bar pretty high. So,
yeah. We had Felix in here last week, which went really well. And I think every week we've had some really great associates joining us. And then sometimes it was just Ivan and I just chatting a little bit.
Yeah.
So we are here with Justin today, and Justin's going to tell us a little bit about his role with the company, how long he's been here. It seems like ages, though, right?
It goes fast.
Yeah, it does. Right? Yeah. See that? It always goes fast. So, Justin, just tell our associates and anyone that's listening that checks our podcasts out, tell us a little bit about how long you've been here and really what your role's all about.
Yes, thank you. I've been with Sovereign for about a year and a half now, and wow, it does go fast, I'll tell you. So prior to joining the Sovereign team, I was at Brinks, the armored trucks. I was there for almost 12 years, and I had the opportunity to move up. I had the opportunity. I'm from Pittsburgh originally. I'm a diehard Steeler fan.
Yay! Sorry,
That's
Ivan.
a shame.
I knew I'd get a Steeler fan in here sooner or later.
Yeah. So I had the opportunity to join Brinks in Pittsburgh. I did a couple years there. I had the opportunity to go to Brooklyn, New York, then Columbus, then Detroit, Knoxville, back to Columbus, and my most recent role, I was a senior director of customer operations down in Dallas, Texas. So I spent most of my career in that corporate environment, and so coming to Sovereign, it was, I'm not going to lie, it was a bit of a cultural shock because...
It had to be.
Yeah, I mean...
You're talking about Brinks trucks versus cleaning.
You know, so what I will tell you is, no matter what industry you're in, it's a people industry.
Right.
Whether you're managing widgets, armored trucks, people counting money, people cleaning, it's all about the people at the end of the day.
Right, definitely. It's definitely about the people, and that's definitely what we do. We're a people company, that's for sure, because without our people,
exactly,
we wouldn't have a company. So as far as working with Sovereign, and I have to say, whenever I hear Brinks trucks, I'm always thinking, obviously armor, and you were carrying armor yourself.
Yes,
I know we've talked about that, which is interesting. Did you ever get a part in a movie? Like Brinks seems to show up, or Dunbar, or what is it? All those, like, they get to be in a movie or some sort?
No, I haven't, but they do call people, and when the movies come out, they want to know a little bit about it. So, but no, I haven't had to do that. But
well, there's something that we could shoot for. I know, Ivan, being you've
I'd
been
be
a movie
happy
star.
That's it.
Be on the screen to represent Sovereign or anyone else.
So what we want to talk a little bit more of is, you talk about the people and you talk about, the relations that you've had in your previous company and coming to Sovereign. What do you think one of the most challenging things was when you made that transfer?
Well,
or maybe not challenging.
No, it wasn't challenging. What I'll tell you is the biggest difference, Lynn, was honestly working for a publicly traded large company. It had its benefits, don't get me wrong. However, here at Sovereign, it's a privately owned company. Mm-hmm. And we have access to the decision makers now. There's no red tape, so to speak. Mm-hmm. We need to adapt very quickly to the changes in the industry, to the labor market. We are able to adapt and be very flexible same day.
Definitely.
So that's one of the biggest differences and one of the biggest draws to Sovereign is our flexibility and ability to be nimble.
Right, and I think we do have a lot of flexibility. Ivan, you've been around for quite a few years too, and I think that's one of the great perks about our company. And we've talked about, you don't have to go through like 5 different people to get an answer. And it's, again, sounds like we're repeating ourselves, but we're really not. It's really what we live and breathe each day. It's the truth. That's just what the facts are.
And I think one of the nice things about Sovereign is that it's small enough that you take ownership of your department or your area or your accounts where you're running it yourself, so you really feel engaged with it.
great. So let's talk about one thing that you truly like about working here at Sovereign.
Other than me.
Other than Ivan.
Oh,
Other than
well,
Ivan.
I mean, that's just a given. Everybody wants to work with Ivan.
You know, what I think's funny is, you know, I've worked at a lot of different companies, and they all preach the importance of taking care of the people, right? Most companies say that. They do say that. Take care of the people. It's all about the people. Sovereign lives that. And, you know, that's what, when I met with Doug and Lynn, and what persuaded me to join Sovereign is that dedication, that commitment, to living those values. And so I'll tell you what, the culture of respect, you know, it's not to sound like a broken record. It's the people. And it's our attention to the people, because without the people,
Right.
you know. So
Yeah, and we want everybody to feel that. I mean, there are some people that, you know, might not feel that, you know, close attention all the time, but we are here. I mean, there's times that we can't reach out to when we have over 230 some employees, but I think what's important to know is that even if we're not reaching them each day personally, they know we're here. They can reach us. They can reach Ivan, they can reach you, they can reach me, they can reach one of their managers. And if one of them is not available, you try the next person. And usually, like I said, you don't have to go through 5 people to get somebody to call you back, which is really nice.
And I get reached out to every day by employees that I may have started them 3 years ago, and I get that call and I'm like, hey, how you been? Because I haven't heard from them in a while, but they know that they can always reach out to me. They know it's...
Absolutely.
Okay. So one thing I always like to ask everybody, so if you had all 235 employees in front of you and they said to you, if you could change one thing, what would it be? And then you have to tell them, what would you want to change? Good or bad?
Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe this doesn't answer the question, and I may be, you know, I get that, but I think one of the challenges we have is we're such a dispersed workforce, right? We have we have employees at over 120 different locations.
Right.
I think one of the challenges we have is, how do you get them to feel like a team with everybody else? Like you said, we don't have all 237, 240 people together at one time.
Right.
And I think this podcast is one way just to recognize that we're trying to reach everybody at one time, and it's hard when we're at 120 different locations.
It's very hard. It's some of the things that we do go up against a lot, because, you know, when you talk to other employees and they say, oh, you know, I work during the day maybe full time and I work at this one location where like all the employees are at, and then they come and work for us maybe part time, and it's just like, sometimes they're by themselves, or they might not see anybody for a week or two, and that's just our industry. That's just how we function. And it's hard sometimes for people to see that. I mean, I came from a very large company too that had hundreds of people, and then you come into a smaller atmosphere and it's kind of like, wow. And it is a little bit of a culture shock. It'd be nice to have everybody under one roof, but
and we have different shifts, right? So
3
I'll go out to location in the morning, and half the staff's not there, so I don't get to see them, get to see how things are going. That's one of the challenges, and like I said, just this podcast is one way to, I think, that we're bridging that gap.
And that's important. I hope that a lot of our associates are taking advantage of the podcast. I know we just started it a little over a month ago, but it really is truly one way. Everybody has technology today. Everybody's got the phones and their computers, and they can listen to it, and they just click on the website. And I'm hoping that they take advantage of that, because there might be something that they might not have heard or known, or maybe not have known about Justin or Ivan or somebody that we interview.
Right.
So let's talk about, we know about work. We've always, everybody puts a lot of hours in, and, it's a 7-day-a-week operation. We're on call. I know we're on call. I'm on call. Ivan's on call. Yeah. It's 7 days a week. It's 24 hours a day. It truly is. Even though we might only be working during the day, just the other night, we got a call. We had, an incident happen at 10:30 at night. So we have to take it. But there's got to be downtime. It's got to be time for everybody. So before I ask you, Ivan, because I don't even think I've asked you this question.
I don't think you have.
I don't think I have either. Justin, tell us a little bit about your hobbies besides being an avid Steeler fan.
I love all football. I can watch football all day, every day. So Sunday nights, Monday nights, Thursday nights. So it's all.
Oh wow!
But what I will tell you is one of my favorite hobbies is camping. I love just to unplug.
Oh, the RV thing.
The RV, I know. I like to unplug and just. I like to go around, see where there's no Wi-Fi, and just set up camp.
So like Robin Williams,
Like
I
Robin
can't
Williams.
help it. Every time he says I'm in the RV, all I can think of is that RV with Robin Williams, that movie where he's out on the mountain and holding up the phone.
Yes.
I could just see Justin
Yeah.
trying to look for a cell phone service.
No, but that's one of my favorite. One of my favorite. We do it as a family. It's our time to just, get out of the
Right.
kids get away, my wife gets away, and we could just spend some
Yeah.
quality time together.
So when you say you unplug, does that mean you leave your phones, iPads, everything away, and you're just roughing it?
Well, no, thanks, Ivan. I
Literally
appreciate
roughing
that.
it.
No, I don't have an RV. I have a pop-up, and maybe half the time I have Wi-Fi. But you know what? You take the iPods away from the kids, it doesn't make it that enjoyable.
Then they start having the shade.
They start having the shade.
Wow.
No.
That's really cool though. And speaking of family, I just wanted to get back real quick. So when you left your home, when you were in Texas and then in Ohio,
Yeah.
but your whole family came with you. So that had to be kind of a little bit of a challenge and change for obviously three teenagers.
Yeah, very thankful.
Right.
All of my kids were born in different states.
Mm-hmm.
We lived all over the United States, and fortunately, my wife was amicable enough to come with me. So,
Right.
No, we're good. We're happy to be plugged in here. We love it. This Scranton reminds me of a smaller Pittsburgh. It's a good-hearted blue-collar city, and I really enjoyed here.
We fell right into the niche. Ivan, I'm going to ask you, hobbies.
Well, one of my hobbies is watching the world champion Philadelphia Eagles weekly.
It happened once, right? Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm glad football season is back. I like to fish, even though I haven't done a lot of it this year. But I think one of my crazy hobbies, my wife says I'm crazy because late at night I'm downstairs in the man cave on the computer. I'm a JFK assassination buff, so I'm looking in the documents and reading stuff.
Oh my wow!
And my wife is always telling me the CIA is going to get you. They're hooked into your laptop.
You should get Bob. He's
Is he
all
one?
into history.
Oh, I didn't know
Loves
that. I have to
history.
find out.
Loves
I have to talk to him.
JFK. Like he's all into that too.
Isn't there an Abraham Lincoln component?
Abraham Lincoln.
the same
they have,
letters,
there's a
the
lot
same
of
day.
connections.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of
So you,
connections
Bob,
with
would get
them.
along very
Yeah.
well.
We would.
Yeah, there was a comparison. I know there's
There's
a
like
lot
maybe
of different
5 or 6 different
similarities.
comparisons.
Yeah. Cool. It's almost like the Seinfeld episode, right?
Which one?
Remember the one where they were reacting?
Oh, when they were doing it in slow
the
motion.
second
Yeah.
shooter,
To the front.
the second
The second
spinner.
shooter,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because
Remember
it's
that.
like everybody knows, and
Yeah, that's right.
truly, I believe there was a second shooter, but that's just my opinion.
Well, that's good to know.
I know. So we're gonna finish wrapping up, but Justin, tell us if you had to say one thing to our listeners, somebody who's not even working for us right now that might be hearing this, tuning in, and clicked on our website. One thing that you would want to say to them if they were thinking about coming with Sovereign or thinking about, part-time job, full-time job, whatever.
Well, you know what? I have enjoyed Sovereign and seeing when I go out and bid against other companies, I will tell you that Sovereign is the upper echelon of commercial services. And I take a great deal of pride in that.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our employees take a great deal of pride in working for this company because they know when they bring us in, they're bringing in the best. So what I would let anyone know is not only are you treated very well in a culture of appreciation, but you're working for what many consider the top tier commercial services in Scranton. So very proud of that, and I think it comes with when you meet Ivan, he epitomizes the
how
Brinks.
much did he pay you? No.
He epitomizes the
No, it's true.
the culture that we try to represent and that pride. So
And Ivan has this great initials, I should say, that you use all the time.
Yes,
And
PMA.
PMA.
Positive
Did you ever
mental
hear that,
attitude.
Justin?
No
When he
matter-
says-
No matter
he-
what you're doing and thinking,
Well-
always have a positive mental attitude. Even if
Yeah.
it's something bad happening, find the positive in it 'cause you can learn from it.
it's like, what do they say? Life is 10% of what actually happens to you, 90% how you respond.
Respond.
That's it.
And I think the leadership team and our people respond very well. We are,
Right.
it's a great environment to anyone who's thinking about joining.
Great. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm
Thank you.
sorry for the short notice, but I
Nope.
forgot today was Friday.
Yeah, that's
The
it.
week went
I
by
don't know how
very
we forget.
fast.
I think no one else forgot it was Friday.
I know, no one else did. But Ivan, anything before we go?
Yes, I just want to say thank you to all our employees out there at every location, Lancaster, Pottsville, Allentown, wherever you're at. Thank you for the hard work you do
Yes.
every day for us.
Thank you very much, and catch us again in another week, and we'll have hopefully another new associate joining us, and we'll get back to you. Again, let's work together. Check us out, www.sovereigncs.com, and we'll catch you later. Have a great weekend.
Bye.